Another nice looking superhero comic coming out of the crowdfunded world. This is Daybreak. Let's take a look. Hey everybody, it is Tom. Thank you so much for watching. This is FANzine Live. I will say up here at the top, feel free to smash that like button, as they say. Subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it, because we're talking about crowdfunded zines today, and we are talking about one that is actually kind of cool, and that is Daybreak by Keith Champagne and Stefan Toshef from New Pain. And this is the complete Daybreak, Volume 1. I'm really glad I read it all as one because it makes so much more sense and it's so much of a better read. The important things that I want to point out on this Daybreak character, who is right here, is a bit of a pastiche on the Superman character. But there's an interesting twist on it because the Daybreak character, of course, you got your baddie, who ends up being a bit of a yin and a yang type thing. But the character, and there's this weird quasi-sidekick character as well. The character gets her energy from the sun, just like Superman. And I wanted to show you that. Except there's a twist to it. There's always a twist, and this is a really fun twist. So it's something I want to make sure you know about. This is 4 issues collected, 4 standard comic size issues collected, with a little bit of a piece here in the back called Walking on the Moon. Looks like it was probably just for the collected edition. So the writing is really good. It's great for a book like this because it really does read like one of those classic 4-issue miniseries. You get the story of Daybreak. You get the conflict between the main characters. You get the backstory. You get everything all in this book. The artwork is very intriguing to me. The coloring is done in a way, well, not this piece and not these, but once you get into the main book, you can tell that the coloring resembles the dot shading of old school newsprint comics. At first it was a little distracting because I honestly was trying to figure out, how did they do this? How do they do this? Well, I've since learned how you do it, and Chris Sporandio had a wonderful piece on how to do it. But this is taking it to the level of making the whole superhero comic that way. I mean, for example, can you see all the dots on that picture right there? And that's all a coloring scheme, and it looks really cool. If I had my druthers, I would take all of this exterior white space and give it almost more of that newsprint cream gray. But this is neat. This is really neat. And they've got a whole Daybreak universe, and there's action, and the characters are exciting, and there's a lot happening in this stuff. Neat series. And it comes to a satisfying resolution. And then they've got some information here. Yeah, like look at these pages. These are done more in the newsprint type style. Would have been neat to see the backgrounds on the others going this way, but this is supposed to clearly resemble the Marvel Universe. Daybreak by Keith Champagne, Stefan Toshef. It's plays with the Superman thing, but definitely not entirely. It's not Superman, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's definitely a worthwhile read. I really enjoyed sitting back and reading all 4 issues at once in this complete Volume 1. I will have information on how to order this in the show notes, and hopefully you can get yourself a copy because Keith and Stefan deserve the support. This is really good stuff. And let me know what you think, everybody. Have you seen Daybreak before? Are there any other great superhero crowdfunded comics that you like. I've found that Daybreak is good. I found that Impossible Jones is good. I have found that 10 is good. I think maybe it's just that these are properties that are not weighed down by the baggage and barnacles of decades of having been in print, where all the stories basically have been told. This is new stuff. It's fresh. It's really solid. Leave a message in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, tell your friends, because you never know when you're going to find something as nice as Daybreak. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tom. This is FANzine Live. I will catch you next time.